welcome to our webinar on Master's Program People Management and Organizational Development. I'm Saija Katila. I'm one of the co-directors of the program.
And my name is Alexei Kovesnikov. I'm the other co-director of the program.
And then we have Kati, if you can wave somewhere.
Hello. My name is Kati Halminen and I work in the learning services. So I provide guidance to applicants and students.
So here are our pictures. Alexei will first be leading, introducing Aalto University to you, and I will be continuing after that, telling a bit more about the program, and then Alexei will end, and then you can ask questions from all of us. Kati is the expert of application details. We are more into this program as academic leaders.
Okay, thank you, Saija. So the content, as I mentioned, we'll talk a little bit about Aalto University. It's a great place to study, and hopefully we'll raise interest in you in coming and joining us here in Helsinki, Finland. Then we'll introduce the new program on people management and organizational development. We'll talk a little bit about what's included in the program, how it has been developed, and for whom. And then, well, we'll have a Q&A with you guys if you have any questions. So let's start with Aalto University. All right. So if you haven't heard about Aalto University before, which would be strange, but it's a multidisciplinary university that has been created as a merger of 3 different schools more or less than 10 years ago. So the idea is that here we try to combine 3 things: art, technology, and business. And a bit of history, how Aalto University came to be. So it was a merger of 3 different schools, 3 leading schools in Finland in technology, art, and business. And the merger happened in 2010, so a little bit more than 10 years ago. Since then, we have been existing as Aalto University together on one campus. Then if you look at Aalto University today, it's really, I think the merger has been a great success because Aalto University today represents one of the world's top universities. And it's actually a leader in different fields where it operates in Finland. It's a very international community, so we do have quite a lot of international students. We do have a lot of collaboration going on with different schools around the world. We have international faculty as well. I think there's a lot of effort and investment being done in creating the community here at Aalto University. So we try to operate as a community of people who think in the same way and share the same values. Aalto University also has a very vibrant startup scene. So we have a lot of kind of startup companies emerging at our campus and a lot of great ideas being developed here. And a lot of our graduates actually, once they graduate, they manage to build really nice careers. So great career possibilities for our graduates that we offer, which indicates that the education that you get from Aalto University is really something that is currently needed in the industry. But some beautiful things. So we do have a shared campus today that happened couple of years ago when our business school that used to be located somewhere else and School of Arts have been moved to form a joint campus with our University of Technology. And today we have a really lovely joint campus, which is located in a really nice place. There's a beautiful nature out there outside of this building. So we do have great research facilities. So a lot of investment has been done into different infrastructure. A new metro line has been built so that it's relatively easy to come here from the city center. so you can use metro or bus, and there's a lot of effort being kind of invested into making sure that our campus is developed in line with some sustainability and carbon neutrality objectives and goals. Well, as I mentioned, the merger has been a success, and now more or less, or 11 years later, we can say that there are a number of international recognitions that our university has received. So you can see here on this slide that there are a couple of examples. So for example, Aalto University has been ranked as number 9 of all young universities on a global scale. We are number 23 in terms of multidisciplinarity and collaborative research, 37 in terms of how international we are on a global scale, and so on. So it's really a nice place to be, and there's a lot of good things going on here.
Can I say
Yes.
an anecdote? These figures, they might not mean so much to you, but if you think about it in considering that there are actually, depending on the way we count, 18,000 to 23,000 research universities in the world. So from this group, we are so highly ranked. So that kind of gives you some perspective to these numbers.
And then if we look closer at the actual business school where we are located, and then at the department where this program that we are here to talk about will be offered, which is Department of Management Studies, then so the department has been ranked as number 24 in the world. So it's really one of the leading kind of competence centers in Europe in the field of people management and organizational development. So which basically means that when it comes to issues related to people management, we have a lot of competence here in the house, different experts in this area that will be able to provide you with really top-notch education in this area. And finally, last but not least, a few words about Finland, which is, I guess, easy to say that it's a great place to be. I'm myself not really from Finland, but I can say that the years that I've spent here have been great. And I guess it's a common knowledge that Finland is quite widely considered to be a relatively safe, relaxed, equal, and well-organized society. And it's known for its educational system that has been ranked very highly for a number of years. Then Finland as a country has been ranked for a number of years as well as the happiest country in the world. The good news for foreign students who think to come to study to Finland is that basically almost all Finns speak really good English. So you can have a normal life and basically get by in your daily life, but also work and study completely in English language. And then Finland as a society or as a country in terms of culture has low hierarchy, so power distance is really low here. Helsinki and Finland in general have been ranked as really highly livable places in the world. And then, as I mentioned, Finland has really vibrant startup culture. So a lot of great ideas being developed here in Finland and in Helsinki at our university. There's lots of innovation. There's a lot of support from the government to these kind of ideas. And I encourage you to learn more about Finland and studying in Finland if you follow the link that we provide in this slide.
Okay, thank you, Alexei. Now to the program that you came to hear more about, people management and organizational development. Our videos are not actually functioning, so we skip those. What are we actually offering you? Rare state-of-the-art 2-year master's program. Most of the master's program in our field are actually 1 year, so we can offer you more depth and breadth through our program. Secondly, we are open to, of course, business school students, but also other bachelors from the field who have 60 credit points courses from domains of business and economics, industrial engineering and management, law and social sciences. And why is that? Basically because people from these fields are often also working in the field of people management and organizational development. Thus, we want to kind of have a broad bachelor backgrounds for the people that come, so that we can have this interdisciplinary atmosphere as well. What we are doing here is mainly educating responsible professionals that can create agile, effective, sustainable organizations through HR and organizational development practices. And what is special for our program, that we are doing this in very close collaboration with our corporate partners, stakeholders for NGOs and public administration. We have had a great team of stakeholder supporters and developers doing this program with us, and they've been really interested and keen about and enthusiastic about this program. What the program develops: firstly, expert knowledge and skills, current articles, top-notch teaching, as well as great corporate and NGO presentators in the courses, a strategic mindset, understanding the links between strategy and people management, and how strategically develop the capabilities of people and the organization in general. Further, we develop your leadership skills, offer you responsibility, how to learn to motivate people and develop their capabilities, and how to run projects in a timely and efficient manner. Further, we develop your analytical orientation, have the kind of a attitude to positive attitude to data and skills to collect both qualitative and qualitative data in order to facilitate organizational change and people management practices. Further, communication skills are critical in the field of HR. So we are developing those as well. Of course, both verbal and written communication is highly important in the field of HR. And lastly, future orientation. So throughout the program, we try to develop your ability to have a good hunch what is going on in the field, in the marketplace, so that you are kind of able to look forward and think what is coming and develop people management practices and organizations from that type of future orientation. If we think a bit further about the program, as I said already earlier, it has raised significant interest in our stakeholder partners, and they are really looking forward to the launch. And first year we will be taking 40 students in, and all teaching will be done in English language. Here's a nice picture of our core faculty. I will not go into detail explaining who is who. You can look at it later on, but we have had a great development team, and the whole group is really committed and enthusiastic and kind of excited about this program. Here is the program structure. We will have, during the first year, quite a number of mandatory courses, which progress in particular order and should be taken. Hopefully, we strongly recommend in this particular order so that they build on each other. And I will not go into details of the content. You can read it in our net pages. But again, we are developing these courses in collaboration with our corporate stakeholders and other partners. I will not go into details in this so that we have time to answer your questions. These details can also be located in the net pages. Alex, to you.
All right, yeah. So as you can see, there's like really beautiful structure, really beautiful content in this program, a lot of things to learn, really kind of state-of-the-art knowledge that will be offered through those courses to you if you study in our program. But on top of that, there are other great things about this program. And one of them is actual opportunities to go on exchange and get some international experience. But not only that, let me elaborate a little bit. So I'll start with exchange, the second point on the slide. So it's very common for our students in other programs as well, but something that we'll continue to emphasize in people management program to go on exchange, right? So we think that international perspective is very important for our graduates. So it's very common, it's normal, almost unusual for our students to spend at least one semester abroad. And I mentioned when I introduced Aalto University that we are very international. So we do have, I think, more than 100 different partners internationally, globally, where our students can go on exchange. So basically located in all the continents. And that's something that you'll get a chance to do once you enter the program. Then the last point on this slide is about internships. So Saya mentioned that the program has been developed in close collaboration with different stakeholders. We hope and we envision that the program will be implemented in really strong and close collaboration with our stakeholders. So one aspect of this collaboration will be the possibility for our students to take internships in Finland or abroad, basically work on a project, get some real kind of work experience from our partner companies, and then do the project and then get the credits for doing that and actually include them into your degree. So internships is something that we are planning to use quite extensively with our students in this program. And last but not least is the first point here is really a unique offering only for students that will be studying in this people management program. Now, I'm talking about double degrees. So the way it works is that our students, after 2 years of studies, those who actually will pursue this possibility, so after 2 years of studies, well, they study 2 years, and 1 year they study here at Aalto, and then the second year they study in one of the two partners that we have with whom we develop these double degrees possibilities for our students. And as a result of that, is basically you do the same number of courses, more or less, and the same number of credit units as other students in the program, but the outcome is quite different. So what you get 2 different degrees. So one degree would be from Aalto University from here, and another one will be from our partner university. So if we look at the possibilities that we have for double degrees, so there are 2 options. And I would like to stress once again that this is really unique offering that we have only for our students. So nobody else in this school has these kind of possibilities. So that there are 2 options with these double degrees. So the first one would be after spending 1 year at Aalto, you would go to University of Queensland, which is really far away, but in a beautiful Australia. It's a university located in Brisbane, close to Gold Coast. So it has a beautiful campus. It has a beautiful lifestyle, really high quality of life, beautiful nature, beautiful people, beautiful culture, and so on. So it's really can be really an amazing experience. Another option would be to go to University of South Carolina, the so-called Darla Moore, in the United States, and that's really one of the leading universities when it comes to international business and international management education, leading in the world. So some of the biggest names and top experts actually come from that institution. And you get a chance to study there for 1 year as well. Additional benefit with the second option is something that has been introduced just now. So our students who will be doing double degree with the University of South Carolina will get a chance to take what is called business analytics certificate. So basically what it means is just a bunch of courses that you have to complete while you're there. But once you do that, once you complete these courses and you get the certificate, so an additional benefit that comes with that is that you get a permission or 2-year work permit in the United States. So you can actually, after completing these courses, you can stay in the US and work for 2 years, which is, as many of you probably know, is not very easy to get usually. Then if we move to career opportunities, of course, which is a very relevant issue. So we envision that given the quality of this program, the standard in terms of what kind of knowledge will be offered to our students, we think that, well, career possibilities and opportunities will be there for everyone who graduates from this program. And in our understanding, once you graduate, you could start in some entry-level positions in different organizations, maybe in private in corporations and corporate world, but also in nonprofits, for example, and maybe governmental institutions as well. But positions that you can think about would be related to becoming HR specialist, junior consultant, maybe recruitment manager, staff development, somebody responsible for organizational learning and development, staff trainer, development manager, and so on. But then as you progress in your career, let's say...
Can I say one more?
Yes, please.
One thing. I'm adding, Alexei was emphasizing that after you finish your studies, I would say also that quite a bit of our students already can have these positions towards the end of their studies before finishing. So I think there are great opportunities to start your career early.
Right. And then as you progress in your career, let's say after 10 years or so, we envision that people graduating from our program will be able to become HR advisors, regional or country HR directors, head of organizational development, business development projects and different directors in different organizations, as well as senior consultants and partners even. So we think that, again, this program offers you a really nice toolkit that it's a really nice kind of knowledge and competence and skills that will be really useful for you in your future careers and will allow you to become successful professionals. And then, of course, being a student is not only about studying, it's also about kind of all these other additional experiences that you often get as a student in different institutions. So what we offer, in addition to courses, there are a couple of things that I would like to emphasize here. So because this program has been, we really spend a lot of time and effort developing this program. So as Saya told you, we have a core faculty team that has invested almost 2 years of their time and energy into developing this program. So we can promise you that there's going to be really strong core faculty engagement throughout the program. So all the guys that you saw in the picture that was shown to you will be available for any kind of consultations, any kind of advice, any kind of discussion that you would like to have, be it about professional issues or then something else, whatever you want to talk about. So that's something that we really agreed in our team that we'll try to be, all of us will try to be as much or involved as much as possible. Then another nice feature that we are planning to have.
Can I add something?
Yes.
Also related to core faculty engagement, we aim at creating a good cohort atmosphere so that we will arrange also some get-togethers for faculty and students so that we can really get to know each other and have a very low hierarchy and be easily approachable. So that's something that we aim at.
So if you like to spend time with faculty and professors, you'll get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then another thing that is pretty novel I would say, here at our school, is that we are planning to have quite extensive mentoring possibilities and internships that I mentioned before. So because we do have quite a lot of corporate partners that have been already involved in the development of this program and have been kind of have promised their commitment to the program in the future, once the program will start. So we envision that many of our students will get a chance to get a kind of individual mentor, somebody who works in the industry already for some time and can actually, be a mentor to the student. Which means basically, if you want to get some kind of advice about career, advice about what do you need to study, what kind of competences you need to develop, you'll get a chance to do that through this mentoring relationship. Related to that is, we hope that there's going to be a lot of possibilities to get access to corporate representatives. In addition to this mentoring possibilities, internships and things like that, our corporate partners already promised that they will be actively involved in our teaching efforts, in all the courses that we'll be teaching in this program. So they'll participate as guest lecturers, they'll participate by offering kind of live projects to the students, maybe consulting student teams in their project work and things like that. So you'll get a lot of possibilities to actually talk to corporate representatives and interact with them. And last but not least, our Aalto University is committed to inclusiveness and diversity. So everything we do is basically, we do keeping in mind that inclusiveness and diversity is one of the core values that we have here at the school. And then it will be the same of course, in this program. Then to continue on student experience, now going to even more extracurricular activities. So being a student is really a great experience in Finland. And student life is full of all kinds of events, fun activities, and possibilities to really enjoy life and your student years as much as possible. So we do have a bunch of organizations that take care of that. So KY, the first bullet point on this slide, it's an Aalto University student union, and it organizes. It's really a powerful organization that is really visible. It organizes all kinds of events throughout the year, starting from all kinds of drinking parties, fun events, you name it. And Finland is full of these traditions that make your student life in Finland really rich and full of different events. Then more specifically, when it comes to our program, we do have our own student club. Currently it's called MIB, but probably it will be renamed once we start a new program, which will be about people management. So again, what this club does, it tries to connect our student members with the faculty that work here at the department. They also organize all kinds of events, such as company visits, training sessions, and social gatherings, which are really cool things to attend as well. Then, because Finland and Aalto University specifically, we have a really vibrant startup scene. So we do have Aalto Entrepreneurship Society, which is one of the most prominent and active student-run entrepreneurship society in Europe. We have ISEC, probably you've heard about this international organization, is really active here in Finland. And there's really a lot of other things that you will find yourself busy with if you come here to Finland to study at Aalto and in our program. And you could go on. Yeah. So I mentioned the student life is not only work, it's a lot of fun here in Finland, but something that we would like to stress in relation to this program is that our approach in this program is such that we will try to invest as much effort as possible into really creating a community spirit among our students, so that you will feel like you belong to a community of people, to a group of people that have a joint goals, kind of go through kind of same kind of processes, can share their experiences with each other and so on. So one aspect of that is that we are planning to have, well, assess mandatory studies with mandatory attendance. Well, they are mandatory, but the idea would be that you start as a cohort, right? In September next year, when you enter the program, you meet each other, and we're planning some induction activities where we'll do something together with the faculty in this program, students and the faculty together, some kind of, get to know each other event. We will spend time together to get to know each other and so on. And after that, as you start taking courses, you kind of go through the program together as a cohort, as a group. And in this way, I think it really kind of provides a unique experience to our students in a way that they will move through the program as a cohort together, sharing their experiences, sharing their learning, and really kind of, we hope that it will enhance the final outcome of the learning process in this program. We plan the program so that you are expected to take 2 courses per period. So we have 5 different periods in a year. So the idea would be to have enough time to work, but also, or have sufficient time to work, but then to leave enough time to have fun as well. So 2 courses per period to stay on track, and to well-being is a big thing in Finland. So we don't want to overburden you as well with studies. And in the end, the idea would be that you really have enough time to enjoy Helsinki metropolitan area, and enjoy Finland, and enjoy your student life in Finland and in Helsinki.
Yes.
Yes.
And then admission information. Starting 1st of December, ending January 3rd, and application instructions, tuition fees, scholarships, all that is can be found from the behind the link, and you probably have already read some of this stuff from our webpage. And Kati is an expert on these questions if you have more questions, so please do ask us. Thank you. Maybe last but not least, I hope you noticed our beautiful facilities in the pictures. So the student lounges and facilities in our new business building is absolutely fabulous, I would say. It's a great place to be. So now I would like to have some help from our behind scenes people.
Yes.
To kind of access the questions.
Yeah, we have a couple of questions in the chat. I can read them out.
Yes, please.
Okay, so first of all, regarding the admissions, Julius is asking whether you count educational sciences as part of social sciences, so regarding the previous studies. So are educational sciences regarded as?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so they are fine.
So what kind of educational sciences? If it's kind of adult education or?
Yeah, it kind of depends. We can't say exactly that all educational sciences would be counted.
Yeah. Also, there was a question about the general eligibility of someone, but I already answered that I'm afraid it's not possible for us to evaluate the applicant's eligibility beforehand, because we would need to have all the official certificates and things in order to evaluate that. But we have all those requirements, general requirements and program-specific requirements on our admissions pages, so that's where you can find a lot of information. But okay, then now there's Julia added that she had early education science in mind. So about the educational sciences, early education.
like
Early.
like little kids type of focus on educating small children. Does it mean that?
I think early education means that, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That might be a bit tricky for us because we are operating with adult audience, so that might be a borderline case.
I think we would need to take a more closer look at the studies and the
Yes.
courses included. So unfortunately, we cannot say anything for sure at the moment.
Or maybe the person could actually email maybe us or to Kati, and then with more details about the.
Yeah, I'm afraid we don't do that beforehand.
Okay.
It's we need to be, have the equal possibility
Okay.
for everyone.
Good to
Okay.
know. Yeah.
But moving on, there was a question about if it's possible to do both internship and an exchange.
Yes, it is, because our internship is not very long period, or let's say it doesn't cover credit points as much. Kati, you would know how many points you can get from an internship.
Six credits.
Only 6 credit points. So you can be in exchange for 1 semester and then come back and work for the summer as an intern, and you get 6 credits from that.
Okay, then I think there was a couple of people who are working as an HR professional at the moment. So they would like to know if this program is only geared towards those going into entry-level roles, or if this is suitable for someone who is already in the field of HR and development management.
I would definitely think that it's useful also for those who are already working in the field, because we continuously have people in our programs who are from HR field, and they are benefiting from the courses we offer. But of course, if you are really high up in the hierarchy, then I don't think this would be the right place. Then it would be more executive education type.
Okay, thanks. Then does the program have partnership with the UK Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, CIPD, where students gain automatic membership?
That I don't know. Does Kati do you have a list available of the partner universities?
No, this is actually, I don't think this is a university. This is a
okay.
Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development, if I understand correctly.
If it's not a university, then we don't have a partnership.
Yeah, there's accreditation. No, the program does not have accreditation with the UK Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development at the moment. But yeah, we do have, of course, Aalto has a lot of partnership universities, and we do have accreditations as a school of business. But maybe not this a specific one. There's a question, can you share some of the partner companies you are working with?
Yes, OP Group, which is one of the largest financial business groups in Finland, and then K Group, which is a large retail organization, and Boston Consulting Group. What else was there? Oh yes, Nokia, of course. And,
no, our school has really lots of different corporate partners, and well, we already secured commitment from some to participate, but I think we'll get many more.
All those that I mentioned are already kind of committed to work with us, and they've been part of the development process. But the school, as Alexei says, has so many partners that we can draw from.
Yeah, that's true. Next, about the double degree program, what degree do you get in the double program, specifically with University of Queensland? And then there's also a question about the application process.
Well, I don't know, Katja, do you know exactly what the degree is called? But it's a master's degree that they grant from UQ.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't remember exactly about the degree, but it might be.
I think they are also in the process of kind of renewing the degree. It used to be, I think it was more kind of international business degree.
Yeah. And the application process is we have an application period every autumn. So you would actually need to apply quite shortly after you have started your studies at Aalto. So this is, if this is something that interests you, I do recommend that you take a maybe think about it already at this point, because the application period will be quite soon in the autumn. And I can also, yeah.
I think that's a very good advice, because it sometimes surprises students how quickly they have to apply, even though they are not leaving until the next summer. So be kind of aware of what kind of documents you need to have, and be ready for the application period.
Yes, I don't have the link to the application instructions at the moment, but I can find it if I have time here and put it in the chat, so you can take a look at what it has been this autumn, for example. It's of course for different programs, but still there is a certain process for every program that has had this kind of opportunity this year, which is not a lot actually.
Is there a question that we could talk about while you look for the link?
Yeah, there's a question, for example, can you have minor in another area like sustainability?
Yes.
And also, yeah.
You can have minors.
The structure of studies.
Oh yes, let's go back a little bit. You can have minors in specific. No, there. So you can have a minor instead of exchange, but you can't kind of combine a minor and exchange. If you want to have a sort of a minor that is visible in your degree document. Then we have what we call Aalto minor, which allows you practically pick any courses, almost any courses in the School of Arts, in School of Engineering, all over Aalto University, and combine your own minor. For example, taking coding courses and creativity courses. So you can do that type of minor as well. And then we have, of course, we at the department offer a minor in sustainability. And we have a very strong sustainability teaching at the department. Also one of our strongholds. Are there any other questions?
Yes. Multidisciplinarity is highlighted at Aalto, accept the diverse community and student club to get to know students from other fields. How does this present in this major? So how is multidisciplinarity presented in this major?
How is multidisciplinary presented
in this program?
In this program, okay. I would say that organization and management studies is multidisciplinary to begin with, because it draws from fields of psychology, social psychology, sociology, economics, management, and organization theory. So it's in itself already very multidisciplinary. But then, as I mentioned, this Aalto minor possibility that gives you kind of the opportunity to extend your horizons and take courses that interest you. I think the possibilities are endless, and I think students have maybe more difficulties in kind of going through that, what courses to choose, because this is a large university with a huge offering. So that way it is kind of present here.
Yeah, maybe to add also this kind of courses that we planned for this program. The idea would be really to have certain elements of, let's say, sustainability being integrated in each of these courses that we offer. They'll be part of, let's say, managing human organizational performance or and so on. The same applies to, for instance, design thinking. So we're currently thinking about how to integrate some of those elements into at least some of the courses in the program. So in addition to what Saya said, also the kind of the whole program is, or content of the program is designed with this kind of multiple interdisciplinary idea that different elements are drawn from the different fields.
Yeah, if I think about the first course, for example, it's looking at kind of drawing from political sciences, then we look at climate change, what kind of, how it frames political and economic action in the world currently, migration, diversity of multicultural diversity in organizations, how that kind of influences how we act in organizations and how it influences the sort of overall running of and doing of business. And so there's a lot of these elements in many of our courses, even though they are not, everything cannot be visible in the title level of the course.
Yes, thank you. There's also a couple of questions about admissions and GMAT or grade tests. And when you apply to School of Business master's programs, the applicants will be divided into two groups, admission group 1 and admission group 2, based on where they have completed their bachelor's degree. So if you have a bachelor's degree from a Finnish university, you belong to admission group 1 and you don't need to take a GMAT or grade test. But if you have completed a bachelor's degree in a Finnish or some other University of Applied Sciences, or your degree is from a university outside of Finland, you will need to take a GMAT or grade test. So that is something that is common for all the master's programs at School of Business. So it's not program specific as such. Then what are your expectations from applicants?
I would say that apart from the basic, what is kind of mentioned, what is how you are eligible, then I would say that being kind of proactive, kind of social, willing to learn to work in teams, willing to kind of take responsibility. I think that type of kind of attitude we would like to see in our students. Do you have some other?
Well, ambitious, and
yeah.
if you're interested in people, it helps, and especially people management.
Yeah, that's a good one. Then a question about the courses or the practicalities. Will all of the courses be in person? And how many hours per week are you studying or in class versus doing an internship, for example?
Given the COVID situation where it is heading, we can't say for sure about the face-to-face teaching. But if we go to a normal situation, all the courses will be face-to-face courses. Maybe some second-year courses can be hybrid or online courses, but majority of the courses is face-to-face because the learning takes place collectively by working together, engaging with the corporate partners and the NGOs and other stakeholders. Visiting us in the courses. So it's very important that it's interactive and kind of, if you think about, for example, design, service design processes, for example, you can't do them from the distance. So you have to be part of the community working on a problem.
Yeah, just to add, I mean, this is not program specific. So if the school moves towards face-to-face teaching, if COVID situation improves, and it looks like we're moving towards that this improvement, then we'll do it according to the regulations of the school. And of course, as I emphasized, with this idea that we want to build a community, a cohort out of our students, being together in the same, co-located in the same space is important. But of course, the things go out of hand once again. We've been teaching here online for many months already, so I think it will not be a big problem as well to switch to online teaching if needed. When it comes to the workload, so I mentioned that we recommend taking 2 courses per semester per period, which basically means roughly 60 contact hours, plus or minus, for 6 weeks. So let's say 10 contact hours per week, right? So which is roughly, it's not, I mean, we think, and based on our experience, that's kind of, it's not too little, but it's not too much also. So you'll have enough time to do other things in life than just studying.
Thanks. I think I'm afraid that I put the link to the double degree or more information about the double degree in the chat, but it seems that it doesn't work. I'm sorry about that because it works for me. So I don't know if it's just a case of me being in the Aalto network or something, because it is the student portal of Aalto that the information is on. It should be available for everyone, but for some reason it isn't. I'm sorry.
But could you, the marketing people who organized the registration, could you please send with the slide set the registration or the link for the double degree application?
It is, of course, it is the page is for this year and for the management and international business program, so it's not hasn't been updated yet.
Yes,
but,
yes,
but it
will be similar. It's a similar process.
Yes,
and
yes, definitely. Yes.
About similar time frame. Dates are, of course, not correct.
Then again, okay, I think there's one question about, can I apply to the program if I have a bachelor degree in communication and my secondary subjects have been management and organization and marketing? This is, of course, we cannot say anything for sure, but at least, you know, this sounds fine to me.
Sounds very good to me.
If you have enough of the relevant, large enough amount of the relevant studies, it seems fine.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah. Also, if someone has completed a degree in Norway, you do need a GMAT test or GRE test if you have completed a degree in Norway.
Yes.
There's also a question about the tuition fee for the double degree. Email address to the chat, because these are such detailed questions. But then one, Saija and Alexei, can you tell us what your backgrounds are?
Okay. I have
Finally a good question.
I have done my master's degree at the University of Helsinki in a completely, not completely, but quite different field. In the Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry, and they're kind of applied economics type of degree. And then I did my PhD here at what this used to be Helsinki School of Economics. And then I've been visiting scholar in Amherst, United States, University of Massachusetts, and then at Vienna Business School. So that's my background. And then I've been working in 3 different universities in Finland?
Well, about myself, so I'm not Finnish, as you can probably guess from my family name. Originally from Russia, but I've been in Finland for a number of years now, and I got my PhD from here, from Hanken, which is a Swedish school of economics here in Helsinki. And after that, I moved to Aalto, and I've been here since 2014. I'm doing research and teaching in the areas of HR, international business, organizational behavior, things like that. So currently I'm an associate professor here in the Department of Management. Well, I've been around as well. So I've been actually, when I was talking about the University of Queensland, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've spent a year in UQ, and it's been a fantastic year. So it's really a great place to be. Then I've been at Stanford. I've been living or working for some time in New Zealand. So been around as well. But now happy to be here and talking to you about this new great program that we together with other great people developed to start next year.
Other questions?
Yes, there was someone who is interested if we have any sort of estimation on how many applicants there will be.
We hope many.
Yeah.
Yes. But we really can't estimate.
Yeah, because this is a new program, so it's.
Yes, and we have 2 new programs. So we have had for MIB program, which is the former program that we have now split and developed 2 new programs. We had how many last year? 100?
More than 200 actually for
Yeah.
MIB we had.
But
I think it was around 250 actually applications last year for the MIB program, and we accepted 60. So now we have 2 programs. The intake of each program is around 40 students. How many applicants we will get, we don't know. But one thing we can say for sure that there's lots of interest towards this program. So we're looking forward to many applications.
And hope all of you apply.
Yeah, you should.
Love to see you here.
Yes, definitely. I think we encourage everyone to apply if you think you meet the requirements and yeah, it's good. I think Ethel from the communications got posted the link again to the double degree instructions, and I think that one will work. So good. That's really great. But yeah, I think if I haven't missed anything, we have answered all the questions. But if you still have some, please post them. Yeah, but if not, do you still have some last words, Sahia and Alexei?
Well, warm thanks for joining, and it would have been lovely to see you, but it wasn't possible because of the format that we are in, and really looking forward for your applications. Have a nice rest of the week.
Yeah, we hope that you know, trust us. It's a great program. It's a great place. Helsinki is a great place. Finland is a great country to study and live. So make the right choice. Apply for this program. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.